Yeah. But yeah, let's get into the decks and the placements. And the event was won by Ryuki Okada, his second Western part of the world dub of the season. He won Dortmund
Yes.
regionals to start the year, gets the win here at EUIC over Natalie Miller in the
I'm
finals.
actually curious. Can you just click on his name? How many has he been to? He maybe missed a day two at one of them if he went to.
He's
He
been
went to
to Dortmund, LAIC, Perth, and London. I don't know if he's been to other ones or
yeah,
not. I think there is a
possibly has,
website where you
but
can see that.
is there?
I think so.
Oh, is it like the ELO
Yeah, maybe.
tracking?
I don't remember what the name of it
Yeah, I don't
is.
remember
You
that
can
either.
see like what at what rate someone converts from day 1 to day 2 and stuff.
But it's probably a pretty safe guess that even if he did play at it's probably only around 5, maybe 6 majors, and getting 2 wins, one of them being an IC is, like, pretty impressive no matter what, right? Even if there's more tournaments that he did go to.
Yeah.
Um, Probably not more than 1 or 2, but if it is just the 4 or even up to 5 or 6, it's still super impressive. And definitely I don't know, is he the top performing player of the year so far? Like, who's, like,
Him
definitely
or
has some.
Henry probably, right?
Yeah, him or Henry probably overall. Actually, fun fact about Henry: Henry did not play guard for at this tournament. Switched over to Golden Go. Was playing the I don't know the Squad 60. Uh, Gave up on guard for. Didn't go great for him, but it was definitely a surprise to hear that he gave
Yeah.
up on guard for. Um,
Yeah, he played versus Caleb on stream, I think in round 2 or 3
yeah,
of the day. I went back and
mhm,
watched the beginning of that one at least. And
yeah. I'm
was
not overly.
surprised to see or I was like I went back to here's what the interaction was because like I woke up and the first few rounds of the tournament had already happened. I was looking at like the chat Caleb had sent that he said, you know, he was going on stream versus Henry. And I was like, oh, okay, Maridon versus Gardevoir. We'll see how it goes. I scrolled back on the stream and I was like, what is this? I was shocked.
Golden Go. Yeah, but it is the Go. Um, he did end up playing the Go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him back on guard for the next one though.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be too shocked to see.
Yeah, let's take a look at Ryoki's. We didn't take a look at the list yet, but it was Klawf Terapagos, a deck that isn't a deck that maybe abuses Badoo better than any other deck. It's not really a shock that this deck. I like. I don't think anyone thinks it's a bad deck. I'm not. I wasn't a huge fan of it going into this tournament, and I do. And Ryuki's build, I would say overall, is decently innovative. The Monkey Dory isn't like something super crazy out there. That idea I've seen floating around for a while now, but there's some like key cards that Ryuki doesn't play that pretty much everyone else plays or has been playing. Only 3 Area Zero, no Iron Bundle. I feel like Mew or Reggie Drago has kind of made itself as a staple in most builds as well. And when I say Reggie Drago, I mean the baby Reggie Drago that draws up to 4 cards.
Yeah.
And but playing none of those, so definitely seems to have refined the deck quite a bit, thinning out, trimming the fat, I guess, if you would, trying to figure out just the most important cards to play. Um, and yeah, a really strong showing with the build, and yeah, like I said, decently innovative build overall as well. Like had some stuff that we haven't seen before, or I like do well. You know, the Monkey Dory didn't play the black belt, had the Kieran instead. I would say like the omissions are the biggest or the most interesting parts about the list. The things that he chose not to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Up on the force switch card. I feel like not many people play force switch card, right, in this deck, or am I trolling with that?
Well, no, usually it's not 4 unless they're playing the Iron Valiant, then we'll see
Yeah.
4, of course, but yeah, usually you don't see 4 Switch card unless there's the Iron Valiant in the deck, and the biggest thing for me is definitely the lack of Iron Bundle, because in general, that card feels kinda broken. In this deck, honestly, I can kinda see it as well, because like, turn 1 attacking with Badoo into pretty much anything is fine, and you have
Yeah.
Klawf to kind of go off of as well. So if they get open a Pheasantipity, you could still do it, or you could just Klawf KO it for 2. So you're never like you don't need the Iron Bundle turn 1 to get a big KO. You always have an attacking option to be able to do that.
Yeah, and speaking of Pheasantipity and Klawf, turn 1 KOing it,
Yeah.
perfect segue into what was probably one of the worst finals we've had at a majors in a long time, to be honest. Ryuki donked Natalie's lone Pheasantipity in game 1. You know, Natalie goes draw pass, Pheasantipity active. Ryuki KOs it with Klawf, like you mentioned. We had a really close game 2. Natalie eventually comes ahead and wins with a pretty big, like, Dusknoir play, right? Able to pull ahead, win that game from behind, which was cool to see. And then in game 3, Ryuki chooses to go first. Natalie opens up one Dreepy, and Petrunt does its thing. Ryuki had, like, the stones opening.
Yeah, open
Uh,
Dory. I mean, opening Monkey Dory is just like,
No,
Yeah.
a Ringaroo.
Or Rangaroo, excuse me, not Monkey Dory.
Yeah,
Um,
he had a Ringaroo plus Heavy Ball in his
yeah.
hand.
So you
So,
can't whiff. Like
the only way he whiffs is if he prizes all 3 Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, I'm pretty
or
sure.
Trolley. You could price Trolley, maybe. Maybe you don't have all the pieces if you price Trolley.
Sure.
But yeah, pretty unlikely to whiff at that point. Actually, another card that I was surprised to not see because and this is my analysis lately of this deck has been Theory. I played this deck a lot when the new set for was it new set? We had a new set. What do we have? New set or rotation or something? What
What?
happened?
Whenever we
Do
got
yeah,
Badoo?
yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever we got Badoo, I played this deck a lot initially, and I'd kind of come to the conclusion that I think you need to play Petra on EX for that extra turn one donk percentage. But that's something I was surprised to see Ryuki not playing was no Petra on EX.
Well, and maybe
It
that's
allows
made
you
up for
to
with 4 switch cards, right?
yeah. I mean, that's like the thing is like you can find the Petron off the trolley is like the big part. So you can like hard retreat or switch card into a Rangaroo, then you Rangaroo for Seal Stone for trolley, and then trolley finds you Petrarunt, Sneasler, um, Brute, plus the ancient booster capsule from the Guru, finding the Forest Seal Stone as well. And then you trolley into all those, and then you Petron push up your Petron pushes up your Petron EX pushes up your baby Petron to get the knockout with the poison KO early on. But yeah, if you do open like a switch cart, then you can still pull that off as well. Or if you just open the Orangaroo, you only need to pivot once anyways, and Latias can always do that for you if you don't have another tool. So
Yeah.
another piece.
So it was a bummer to see a finals not really end up being that competitive, but I mean that's like one of the strengths of the deck, right?
Yeah,
What is it? I
definitely.
saw someone tweet, was it Smarts that said like, I'm convinced that the Terapagos Klawf deck just 50/50s into everything, but then or into the field, but then is only good because Petrons can, donk people, right? Which I don't
Yeah.
know if that's like totally true, but it
It's not that
definitely
yeah,
it
you're not
picks
seizing
up
that much.
it picks up percentage points because it has the ability to do this for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Or I could also like I guess you could like another thing you could tie to. I mean, that's just what the deck is, though, right? It's a little bit of a cheat. It feels cheesy because like some of your wins come from going first, taking maybe not even donking, but just getting a early knockout with the Petron. Or you go second, your opponent has a really slow turn one going first, and the Badoo either just wins the game because they can't play items anymore, or you donk their only Pokemon in play. So the deck is definitely feels a little cheesy, but it is like a very powerful deck overall. It consistently does those things as well. It's
Yeah.
like not like getting lucky. It's not like a continuous coin toss with a gimme ghoul donking a Ralts or something.